right, so we had a lot of news drop at D23. We're going to cover some of those stories in the D23 section. So while we will have maybe one or two items in this news segment, most of what happened at D23 we're going to cover in the actual D23 segment later in the show. So in the news this week, we had a Wrinkle in Time trailer that dropped. This is a new film by Ava DuVernay, who directed the movie Selma. And she's stepping into Disney live action with a story that looks like a modern, futuristic, mind-bending creeper fest. After I watched this trailer, I wanted more. A lot more. It was crazy. The CGI they used in the world building looked great, and even some of the touch-ups on the characters in that cul-de-sac scene towards the very end was chilling. So I definitely recommend you watch this trailer. Now, I've only seen this teaser trailer, and I can honestly say I'm excited for the film based off of what I just saw earlier today when I pulled it up online. The cast they brought along also looks incredible. So check out the trailer. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the trailer in the show notes below. So once you're done watching this here, you can go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right to the YouTube channel and you can watch it there. It looks crazy good. I'm excited. Lucasfilm released a behind the scenes teaser for the new Star Wars movie. And at least 3 minutes of this teaser, that's about how long it is. It's at least about 3 minutes long. And we get to see a lot of new characters, beloved characters as well. And we also get to hear them talk in their normal voices, which always kind of catches me off guard because I'm like, oh, that's right. That's what you guys sound like. You don't sound like the person you're playing in the movie. You sound like that in real life. So it always kind of catches me off guard. I'm like, oh, hey, there's Rey, there's Finn. They do not sound like Rey and Finn right now. And I have to like, oh, yeah, that's right. They're acting. So the teaser trailer is really cool. I found it on the Twitter page for Star Wars. They posted it there. I'm sure it'll be on their Facebook page as well. I'm sure you can also YouTube it. I was pretty excited watching this short because it shows plenty of action, and the color design going into the film is definitely catching my attention. So definitely check it out, because when I saw the first trailer, I was like, okay, I kind of seen this all before in the last movie. And then there's that scene where they're flying through like that dirt thing, and then like all of the clouds behind it of the dust are just that vibrant, rich red. I was like, this is awesome. That's when I was pulled in for that trailer, and you get to see more of that color design in this little teaserette. So the behind the scenes teaserette. So check that out. All right, next up, a new image was released for the upcoming Justice League film. You can see that image here on the page. And clearly we see Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. They are ready for action. We don't know what part of the movie this is, but we do see that the trio there is ready to take on whatever obstacle is in front of them. So while I'm not excited about this film, and the new image doesn't really do anything for me, but I realize there's people out there, like maybe you're watching this right now and you're excited to see the Justice League movie in theaters, not just in general, but you actually are ready to get out to the theater and support it. So please comment below and leave your thoughts regarding the film. Maybe give me the pros about why you're super excited about this film. Warner Brothers hasn't really done a great job of instilling a lot of confidence in me. Wonder Woman was great. Batman v Superman was a train wreck. And Suicide Squad, while I enjoyed the first 2 acts of the film, that third act was super weird and the special effects were terrible. So they've got Wonder Woman. I'm happy about that, but that's only one. That's only one success in this pantheon of the DC extended universe. So we'll kind of see what happens. I'm not excited about Justice League, but leave your comments below and just tell me why you care, and maybe I'll care reading your thoughts. Maybe you can persuade me and you can create some level of anticipation that does not exist in this cold heart. So more news from the DC Extended Universe of Films. Director Matt Reeves has announced that he is starting over with the Batman script. So the Ben Affleck had originally wrote this script for the new Batman movie, and that included Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke. So that script is no longer on the table from what we're hearing. Matt Reeves is just starting over. Now, I was excited about seeing this original script that Ben Affleck wrote because I love Deathstroke. Deathstroke is one of my favorite villains across the board. So seeing him brought to life on the big screen was pretty exciting for me. I was like, this is going to be great. That test footage that they revealed online, I was like, okay, I can get behind this. This looks pretty solid. However, I've said it before, I will say it again because it bears repeating. I would rather have no Deathstroke than a poorly executed Deathstroke. Two of my favorite villains of all time are both Batman villains. It's the Riddler and it's Deathstroke. And as far as I'm concerned, the best on-screen Riddler we've had is Frank Gorshin from the 1966 Batman TV show. And he's getting movie credit too, because that TV show actually made a movie, and he was the Riddler in that movie as well. So, and that movie also might be the best movie translated from television, possibly. So he gets movie credit there. Again, I'm fine if Deathstroke isn't utilized to save his character from a mediocre or worse performance. And with the news that they're making a Nightwing movie, I would rather, if it's a better story, I would rather see Deathstroke fighting Nightwing, because Deathstroke did originate in the Teen Titans comic books fighting Nightwing, so it makes more sense there. However, put him in a Batman movie, put him in a Nightwing movie, put him against the Justice League. He can do it. He did it in the comics. I don't care. Just make sure he's good. Make sure Deathstroke is good, and I will be happy. So we have to stay tuned, because we don't really know what the Matt Reeves script is going to look like for this new Batman story that he wants to tell. He has said that it's going to be more of a noir detective type of thing, and that's what Batman is supposed to be. So I'm excited to see that. Just please don't disappoint me with Deathstroke. I was already disappointed with my Riddler once with Jim Carrey. So please don't do me 2 times bad with a mediocre Deathstroke. All right, moving on. Variety reported some potentially big news for Redbox, and possibly for you if you are a Redbox user like I am. Redbox will now be able to rent you movies from 20th Century Fox 7 days after DVD release. So the movie comes out on a Tuesday one week, next week that Tuesday, you can pick it up on Redbox. You don't have to buy it or anything like that. Now you can just rent it if you don't do streaming services, video on demand, etc. So in an effort to stay competitive with home streaming services, this movie would allow home movie watchers like us a chance to see their films a week after release without having to worry about buffering speeds or pirated nonsense online. So there's a similar deal already in place Redbox has with Warner Brothers, and hopefully Universal will consider adjusting their contract as well with Redbox, because right now Universal movies, we have to wait approximately 28 days after release, almost a whole month, which in today's internet age is an eternity. Let's be honest. It's an eternity. It's ridiculous. Who waits a month to see a movie after it's released so you can, in the comfort of your own home? Ludicrous. Anyways, hopefully Universal gets on track and adjusts that contract. But if you're wondering what films 20th Century Fox has made that you've enjoyed, just so you can be like, well, what movies are they making? Why would I want to see them that quickly after they're released? Great question, fair question. And the answer is they made movies like Avatar, Deadpool, Logan, Alien Covenant, Ice Age Collision Course, and Hidden Figures, and The Martian with Matt Damon. So, and currently in the theaters is War for the Planet of the Apes. So when that comes to like video on demand services and it's released on DVD, 7 days later you'll actually be able to watch it in the comfort of your home on a high quality Blu-ray. So that's nice. So I have put the link for that article in the show notes below as well, so you can click on that and then come back and let me know if you're excited about this news, or if you're just like, yeah, whatever, I'm not really a Redbox user. Let's get the conversation going. Next up, big news for Netflix this week as well. Variety, another Variety article this week dropped, and they put out a statement saying that the net value of Netflix is now at $11 billion. This is more than Time Warner, who is at $10 billion, and it's more than the combined forces of Viacom, Discovery Communications, AMC Networks, and Scripps Networks Interactive. So Netflix has certainly come a long way from the order a DVD and they mail it to you and then you basically keep it until you die, all for one monthly price. So it's nice to see them actually building that business model up. I know it's certainly making things easier for us as viewers to be able to watch stuff in the comfort of our home at a high quality rate too. Like the Netflix movies don't look shoddy and cheap. It's very high definition. So kudos to Netflix on a job well done there, as well as we're going to go ahead and do an honorable mention for the 90 plus Emmy nominations they got this year. So Netflix is definitely killing it on the TV front. They had over 90 nominations for their Emmys this year. So job well done, Netflix, overall. Not just movies and streaming and deals, but for your TV shows as well that you were producing. So great job there. All right, last news story of the day. Tarantino has announced he's making another movie. That's right, the hyper-violent, dark humor stylistic director is making a movie about Charles Manson. Charles Manson, the super crazy serial killer. Now, we don't know if this is going to be like an alternate universe story for Charles Manson, or if this is going to be something like a biopic. Because he did the alternate universe with Inglourious Bastards, where it was like that what-if world with, U.S. forces being able to kill Hitler. So we don't know if it's going to be something similar to that with this movie. Very well could be. Or it could be something more stylistic in his kind of strengths, but for a biopic. So he could be taking on a more biopic role just to try and expand what he does as a director, which is totally fine. Tarantino makes incredible films, so I'm behind it 100% there. Also, I'm curious to see what kind of develops as time marches on with this, because the casting announcements right now, the rumors are suggesting that he's talking to Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie, and Brad Pitt. So it looks like he's setting up an all-star cast for this film, and I think that's pretty great. So we're going to keep our eyes on this movie. We're going to keep giving you those stories as they unfold, and hopefully when this movie does drop, whatever it's going to be, what if Elseworld or actual biopic, everybody is excited to see it because Tarantino can make a good movie, and with this cast, it should be incredible.